Hello there, me again. Oh, it's bright. It's Thursday, September the 19th. It's 19 minutes past 7. Is that a coincidence, or have I got the wrong one? No, it's 38 minutes past 7. I did get the wrong ones around. And this is How to Murder Feet, Southwest Coast Path, week 5, day 5, probably. Yes, it's 7:38. I've got 9 hours and 22 minutes to get to my train, which is 10 miles away. I mean, I can get an earlier train if I'd like, but I'm not going to push too hard. I think I can manage a sustained 1 mile an hour today. There's still some pretty hard going to do though, particularly in the first half of this, well, I've got to get up there for a start, first half of this day. So yeah, and I haven't put the tent down yet, it's hiding behind those propane cylinders. So I shall go and sort that out and then talk to you anon. There we are, up and away. First big hill of the day. Probably not the last, looking at that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm alright. I think I'm okay for the end. I'm going to do another week straight after this though. Didn't bother stopping for breakfast or anything, grab some water, fill up, go. That's okay, because I had a very big burger and some cheesy chips that were very good down in there, that beach cafe there, which actually turned out to be some kind of gourmet burger restaurant, so there you go. You find things in the strangest places. So I'm up and away before my rival. Rival, flattering myself, I'm sure. Although she did say she was coming this way today, so I don't know. I didn't really want to offer to hike with her. That would be a bit creepy and weird, I think. Yeah. And plus, I just don't know her capabilities, and she doesn't know mine. I could end up slowing her down massively, or me slow her down massively. I don't know which at this point. Much better to just carry on my own pace, my own schedule. If she overtakes me or whatever, just nod, smile, wave. It's not a race. Oh, it is a race. It's a race against the clock. I've now got 8 hours and 46 minutes to do probably 10 miles-ish. I don't know. It sounds more dramatic when you do that countdown, but that is quite a long time. I mean, in 8 hours, I could reasonably expect to do 16 miles. Not counting breaks and stops and things. There's not really much on the way between here and a place called Charlestown, where the coast sort of curves round. That distant promontory with the little thing on it is like a white and red stripy tower. That's not part of today. That's the other side of Par, I think. So we go in, and then there's a bay. I'm hoping this sort of geography calms down a bit once I reach Charlestown at around lunchtime, and then just sort of meander along a series of dune top type, low cliff type hamlets and things until we hit Par. So yeah, I need to crack on with the difficult stuff now. Get this early stuff out of the way, then I think it should be plain sailing pretty much. Onward. Yeah. So this is my commute into work. How's yours? Oh, majestic. I mean, you know, certain amount of steps involved, but it's okay. Do the exercise probably. Feet holding up okay. I'm getting a new blister turning up on the outside front toes there, but I'll be alright. Muddle on through. These boots have definitely had it, I think. Might spend more than £100 on the next pair. I mean, I worry that, I mean, they're decent enough, but I think I'm buying the casual range, you know. They're well made, but they don't last. Some sort of expedition grade boots might be in order. Spend a bit more. Some brand I've heard of, that kind of thing. Do some actual research. Who knows? Surprised I get through the boots so much. Not just these coast path things. I do quite a bit of hiking around and about where I live, all throughout the year. Right, down then up. That's the way. Have a little wooded ravine here. Throwing away careless altitude, but don't know if you can hear that. The entire valley is sort of humming with insects. Flies, wasps, bees, don't know. Can't see any. Guessing there's nests, wasps, bad name. Hives, that's the word, yes. Why not? It's good at that. Hives all around here somewhere. See the occasional hive as I'm walking along in the sort of the side banks of the path. They're just little holes. I thought they were flying ants, to be honest, but they look like they were bees going in and out. I guess not every bee gets a nice big white wooden house conveniently placed next to a farmer's orchard. Sometimes you have to make do in the wild. Ninja bees. So, yeah, I had to go on Google Maps. It thought I could be at Par in 2 hours and 43 minutes. I rather think it thought I was going to be doing 3 miles an hour and also cutting straight across the sea. So, yes, it's route finding algorithms being a bit confused by all of this. It's not really set up for this. It's more for car people. It's encouraging though. I think I'm making good time. It's 9:15, and I reckon I'm about halfway between the campsite and my lunchtime stop, perhaps. I don't know, maybe a bit less. There's some flies there. I guess this early morning cool is the right sort of time for insects to be out doing their business, hunting other insects, going shopping, whatever. Don't know where my path goes next, but I've got another back-breaking hill to climb next after this, and then after that, I don't know, maybe it meanders along the top for a bit. I hope so. Haven't seen anyone else on the path today so far. It's quite early. I know, you can tell you're the first one along as well, just like cobwebs. Just strands like head height across the path. Nice try, spider, but I'm much bigger than you thought. So yes, clearing the path of cobwebs for other hikers, that's how considerate I am. Here I am, land of the giants. Enormous gravestone. A.L. Rouse, C.H., 1903 to 1997, poet and historian, Lif Agernau, voice of Cornwall. This was the land of my content. Content or content? Works either way, I suppose. That's Black Head, sticky outy bit, probably the last sticky outy bit before the end. Big sweepy bay now. And I'm not going up there because I don't have to, because the path goes up there. Oh, I'm doing 640 miles of this. I don't have to visit every headland. Oh, good progress there. Yeah, well over halfway towards lunch stop, and it's now 9:33. Feeling optimistic. I may be able to get a 3 o'clock train. Who knows? Let's see. A lot of low-hanging branches over the path. Be lucky if I still got a tent by the time I get back, or a head. So yep, that's the thing. I'm going to stop now for a bit of a 5-minute, maybe 15 minutes. Can afford it. Have some water, rest a bit against the big giant gravestone, and then press on. Doing well though, very pleased. And there we go. Journey's end. Big old cement works or something on the beach at Par, and the train station's just inland and a bit behind. So I can see my destination. So I just need to meander along this cliff top here. Google's saying 3 hours now. I think it's probably right, but I don't want to push too hard. I'll get some dinner, relax a bit at the middayish. So that big cluster of white on the back there, that's St Austell, which isn't actually on the coast. It's quite a large town, probably based in all the China clay workings you can see on the horizon behind it. We won't be going there, and I think I had a bit of a look on maps last night, and somewhere just over there is the Eden Project, which is somewhere I'd been quite fascinated by. Enormous sort of greenhouse dome. I don't know, is archaeology the word? Ecology? I don't know. I'm not sure if they're that serious about it, whether it's just a nice garden centre, but somewhere out there. It's only about 5 miles inland from here. So we'll have to wait for another trip, I'm afraid. One with a car and hotels. Not got much motivation for side trips today. I'll get to that train. So I think probably that low one down there, that might be Charlestown, which might be lunch. There's a load of it gets a bit more mild along there, a bit lower, and so, as you might expect from the interior of a large bay. So I think the going will be easier as we finish up. Should better find an ice cream sometime soon. Anyway, I've got to finish this wildernessy headland that I'm on at the moment, so I'll speak to you soon. So about 10:13 now, and I came from Pentewan at 8:30. Which is about 1.5 miles an hour. I don't know, a bit more than that. I need to keep moving then. We'll see. That's probably the harder bit done anyway. It should be a bit easier going from here. We'll see. No time for dawdling then. Yeah, easier going from here. Easier going, he says. It'll be fine from here. Speed up from here. Well, maybe it'll be easier going after the next one. There. That tricks the brain plays. It's the same hill, it's the same geography. Imagine if you looked at it from side on, you'd get a really accurate impression of what it looked like, but standing at the bottom looking up at it, it doesn't look that steep at all, or that far. It's like some sort of trickery the brain does. Stood on the other side coming down, this thing looked like almost like a vertical wall. But if we go and move up a little bit and look at the other side, now that looks like a vertical scramble. It's like the inner ear and the brain work together to compensate an offset. It's strange. So yeah, I've learned to anticipate that actually. I mean, it might sound like I'm playing up the dismay when I see one of these, but they don't look as bad once you're on the upslope. And then you just push at a few phases, do that in about 3 goes maybe, stop and breathe for a bit. See me at the top. Oh, is that someone's jumper they've left on a post? Right, anyway, I've got to get on with it, so see you again soon. Stop number 1. So, if this is inner ear brain trickery, when I come back to watch this video, none of that will be going on. It will just be moving images with no gravitational context. So it'd be interesting to see what that looks like when I actually am not halfway up this slope. Whether it's something I'm doing to myself stood here, or whether this is something that just, is that some trick of perspective? I don't know. And what's level for a start, but the slopes all can sort of tilt toward me somewhat a bit, I expect. Yeah, that's a sort of level view. Kinda. Don't know, interesting science that I'm probably too tired to contemplate at the moment. Hope that's what will get you. Looks like the landscape here has a few curveballs yet. I'll get down and up those things for a bit. So I think lunch is there. There. That stone wharf thing there is Charlestown. Hopefully it has a cafe of some sort. Not going to spend very long at lunch, but I do need a stop probably. Yeah, so a bit more up and down to go. It's dropping off there, it's generally lower. And after Charlestown, I think it is a bit easier going, because that does all look like, from this side certainly, there's no gullies or coves or any ravines or anything, so it might just be a bit of a long distance amble along the top, hopefully. And I'm dying to find out what these are. Giant emperor crab, Tatooine moisture farm, enormous mushroom. Don't know, you be the judge. Although I reckon we're going to go right along the top of the cliff above it, so we'll have a good old look. So it's 10:37. 6 hours and 23 minutes to go. I think I'll be right actually. No, I think it'll be fine. Even at 1.5 miles an hour, I should get there for a 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock train, something like that. So yes, I should probably stop panicking myself with unnecessary countdowns. Looks a long way, but you know, you can cover the mileage. One foot in front of the other. So yeah. Porthbean. 2 different Porthbeans, I think. North Porthbean, South Porthbean, something like that. There's white houses on the top, and then yeah, down to Charlestown, which I think might be the nearest ice cream shop. I haven't had my recommended daily allowance yet. Then after something to eat and drink, it's up and away on the final slog. So I think it's pretty much the end of the Roseland Heritage Coast, this section here. It just sort of becomes just stuff. I think the Polperro Heritage Coast starts across the bay. That'll be next week's hiking. But yeah, I mean, there's pretty much all of it's a heritage coast of some sort around here. That's just Cornwall for you. There's probably some non-coincidental link between the South West Coast Path and the large number of heritage coast areas. One leads to the other, something like that. Don't know. Yeah, it's been lovely. It's a nice part of the world. If a little bit up and downy. Go to Holland next time. Did I say that last time? I did, didn't I? Alright. I'll just try and get up again. Made it to a place. Porthpean Beach. Don't know how you pronounce that. Coast path somewhere on the other side, I think. Oh, there was a sign saying that they sold food and drink here, but you know me and signs. What have we got down there? Looks like some sort of shop. It's got a flappy flag. Is it actually open? Doesn't look like it. I'll temper my optimism this time. Actually, I just want to try and find the path onward. Why? Right, up we go. Climbing on out. Yeah! Climbing on out. Cobblers! You lie! There was a toilet. Oh, now where? But if it's come from that way, I'm going to zoom straight on. Sort of hacks out arrow shape here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, a couple of day hikers there, sat on the concrete promenade there, asking if there was anywhere or any other cafes beyond that one from the way I'd come. And I did that. You know that it's going to cost you, mate. Can't get the pass. I told him there wasn't anything till Mevagissey, which is true. I couldn't remember the name of the place I camped in, but it was only a mile nearer. It's still like the wrong side of 4 miles the other way anyway. I wouldn't want to build their hopes up. They told me that Charlestown was lovely and that there was indeed shops there that are open. They told me that one of the locals there told them that the cafe was open yesterday, and I don't know, something in my brain just went pop at that point. I just, yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't scream why at them because, you know, that's rude. But yeah, good. So I just climbed up out of there. So I think it's a gradual bit of a downhilly, uppy, downy thingy to Charlestown for lunch, and it's now 11:13. So we're doing all right. I don't care what train I want to take. I'm going to sit for at least half an hour in a cafe in Charlestown, which I thought was like some Jamaican thing. I don't know. Right, onward. So that's St Austell there in the distance, on the edge of the China clay quarry, a little peaky mountain. I think they sculpted that one like that for artistic reasons rather than anything else. Good. Here we are, Charlestown. Some painter with an easel over there. Lovely. There's an ice cream van if all else fails. There's a pub which looks open and looks like it's doing food, but I might have trouble finding a table. Tell you what, with this shirt I'm going to have no trouble finding a table. I'll make a table. But good, so that's 11:30. I haven't had any breakfast or dinner yet, so I shall stop for some food. Try and kick off here at about 12:30 or so. Spend an hour if I can. And then onward. See if I can find a sign to how far it's apart. It can't be more than about 4 or 5 miles by now though. Good. Two meals at once, more efficient. This is Charlestown. I'm still on my lunch break. 11 minutes past 12. I'll head off at 12:30. Making myself take an hour. Because I eat quite quickly, so that pasty didn't last too long. Some sort of heritage place. There's like the oldie ships all over the place. There's coach strips. There's some sort of big visitor centre type thing up the top, I think. Big old Viking longboat on the back there. Hang on. A place with a shipbuilding heritage or something. I think this is probably the nearest port for St Austell. St Austell itself being landlocked. So probably, yeah, stuff ferrying up and down from here to the town. Very busy. Lots of people in the cafe courtyard there complaining about how little legroom there was on the coast trip, and I just took a look at my own legs and my own boots and I thought about screaming why at them, but I let it be. Feeling quite mellow at the moment. Got an ice cream, so that's quite good. This is blackcurrant cream because they didn't have any rum and raisin. I know, what's going on with the world. I can take or leave, you know, I could forgive no one knowing what Tutti Frutti is anymore, but I know, needs must. So I reckon I've got about 4 or 5 miles to go to my train station, and I'm done. And I think this has been, I don't want to say this week's outstayed its welcome. I think its welcome has it left a mutual agreement, you know. It's just about right. What with all this boot troubles and such like. Gonna be alright, I'll get there. Should get there in time for a 3 o'clock train probably. I can't remember, I was watching on the way down, I can't remember if Parr Station was one of these tiny little unmanned, it's just got an awning and a little out of commission ticket booth and that's it, and you just let yourself in and out, or whether it's a proper station. I think it's a bit sort of somewhere between, so I don't know. Because after I finish all this and get on a train, I have to sit on the train for about 6 hours, so I shall be on that trolley like stink on my clothes. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, so yeah, just making myself take the full hour. Doesn't look too aggressively bastard, the terrain on the way back from here. Bit of a gradual climb out of here, and then just sort of meanders up and down. It didn't seem like there were any massive sets of stairs anywhere along the way, but we'll see. Don't mind. You do what's in front of you, don't you? You put a foot in front of the other. It's good. Yeah, good. Busy bit of path. Guess this connects lots of little holiday type places all together along the path, along the coast. Yeah, powered up there without no real problems. Without any real problems. Gosh, slipping. Yeah, it's amazing what a full hour's rest will do. Also, a lot of sugary drinks. Might have eaten a little too much, in fact. But, yeah, I was pretty much running on empty all that over the coast there. Didn't have any breakfast this morning. Just up and went. So, yeah. I don't know where we're going next. Let's find out. Oh, nice lilacs there. Butterflies on them too. Lovely Greco-Roman rotunda there. Lovely. Probably original. 2000 BC. So there it is. It's some sort of geodesic dome. Sign out front saying asylum. It's probably some kind of pop-up nightclub type thing. There's a beach bar there. I don't know. Maybe it's a pressurised simulated extraterrestrial atmosphere. Venusian ambassador's residence. It's offering Earthlings asylum. 93 atmospheres in there. All of them electric. All night long. No, stop that. So, just seen a sign there. There it is. So I probably should have filmed from side on, which says par, 2 miles. I'm going with miles, not metres. Is it capital M for metres, or is it lowercase m? Anyway, that way, about, well, let's call it just over an hour's walk, is the end of my trip. Splendid. I'm a winner. I tried to do a thing and then did a thing, and it was great. Good. So I'm going to just head down and toddle on. And from looking from the side-on view of this place, from yonder over the headland, it didn't look like this one went up and down a lot either. So I think it should be a bit of a plain sailing all the way back now. Good, good, good. All night long. There we are. Still on a golf course. Often quite big. See, that's what I like. See, chap back there carrying his own golf clubs in a bag over his shoulder. I mean, look at me. At least these people could do is not use a wheelie trolley. Some of them have even got battery-driven motors in. You just sort of follow it. So at least the day of a paid working-class man in a flat cap carrying it all for you is over. It's a good view if you're into seaside golf. There's a lot of seaside golf courses around. I must like the view, but not the toil. Oh God, did all that today probably. Quite a lot of that anyway. Lose track of which headland I'm actually looking at. Certainly that nearby bulgy one. I think the other side of that was where I was camping, somewhere in that bay. It might just be Port Mellon in the distance. Glinting. Anyway, never mind all that. Check out that massive ugly cement factory down there. It's so beautiful. That's because that's Par, and train station is sort of up and in there a bit. Keep hearing trains going past every sort of half hour or so, every 20 minutes. Should be plenty of options for getting back to Exeter from here, and then from Exeter the world. Well, my bit of it anyway. So let's just trudge on round the end, I guess. According to Google Maps, once we get past the golf course, there's large sewage works to enjoy, and then we're into downtown Par, and we'll leave the trail. I'll talk to you about that then, I'm sure. Still on this golf course. Still, as they say, hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. I have nightmares like this sometimes. Trudging along, heavy backpack, all the gear like so, walking along, golf course, golf course, golf course, golf course, and then I look up to the horizon and I see the golf course sort of curving away up, and it turns out I'm inside a massive Dyson golf course, and I've got to walk it forever. And it actually arcs up and around the sun and comes back down the other side, which is insane. Clearly a Ringworld golf course would be more efficient use of materials, but there you go. I keep at it. I mean, I must be getting close, because I know I don't go to that beach thing over there at all this trip. That's next time. Not interested. And that stripy thing on the top, on the end there. So probably up and over the edge of this, and we'll see something good. Oh, really? More of it? I mean, you know, I thought they only came in 18 and 9 hole sizes, but this one clearly is a 57 hole golf course. Really starts in Minehead, you can play right through. Well, anyway, it looks like something pleasingly brutalist and industrial over the end there, so that's probably me reaching the end of the coasty bit and then into Par, which is good. Yeah. Calm down, partner. This isn't my first rodeo. So we got to basically go down to that corner end there, that little bunker, I think. No, the actual concrete bunker, not the sand bunker. So you see, I can see the confusion there. That thing there, that little blockhouse, I think is the end of the coasty bit, and then it all goes inland and threads up in through town, and then eventually comes back out the other side of Par onto that far shore over there somewhere, which frankly is not my problem. So let's go down. I say, it's one of those a lady golferess. One does never cease. I hear some of these modern clubs are terribly progressive. Good, let's keep moving. The sooner I keep moving, the sooner I can not be on a golf course. Yeah. Just don't see +4s anymore, you know. Bloody would if I was into golf, I tell you. A vengeance. So this is Spit Point, apparently. So our war fortification there. There was smell of wee, so I'm not going in there. I smell enough of wee as it is, so I'm going to basically go inland over there. There's a sort of paved path that leads up one side of the dangerous industrial works. Imeris Mineral something, yeah. Don't know what they do there. Probably it's something to do with the China clay, but then I don't know if the China clay is a thing much these days, so I don't know. You've got Wikipedia there in another window, you can open it up and have a look. So that was really easy going since lunch. I don't know whether that's just because I had a big old feed, plenty of drink, or whether it was just genuinely no stupid ups and downs. I think the stuff just does level off considerably now. I mean, you can have a quick preview of next time if you like. There it is. That's going to be what I'll be tackling probably May next year, I reckon. Up and across all that. Up, down, round and round. I have no idea what to expect, to be honest. I think next time is going to be Loo, where I'll be able to make the time off in Loo gag, because it will be my week off and I'll be in Loo. See, it works. And then beyond there, after a bit of trudging, I think Plymouth, which is the big city. In fact, the only city I think on the coast path. All the others are towns. Plymouth's proper big old city, with like suburbs and districts and so on. Big old rambling thing stretching over several valleys. And I wanted to get a big old boat across the harbour there, like I did with Falmouth. And of course, once I reach Plymouth, the Plymouth side of the Plymouth River, the Plym, Tamar, whatever, I'll be in Devon. I will have finished Cornwall completely. I mean, you could theoretically walk up the border, up the River Tamar, I believe, at the border that runs all the way up to probably rejoining the coast path up past Bude, which is a place I don't really want to revisit in a hurry. That was hard work back out there. So yeah, and then beyond Plymouth, well, I don't know, into sort of Torquay, Paynton, Newton Abbot, that sort of thing, South Devon, where the hills are red with clay. Don't know, lots to look forward to anyway. And my plan, I think, is to do 3 next year, 3 of these trips. I'll do the usual May and the usual September, but I might do a midsummer one as well, just because this isn't hot enough. Because also I don't really want to leave it hanging over into another calendar year. Once I get it all wrapped up in 2020, which is a science fiction date I never thought I'd live to see. So yeah, and then after that, who knows what. Anyway, still not done here today yet, so let's just enjoy the view, because I think we're all going inland into scrubby B roads and stuff, little provincial village and town centres. I think this is basically it for the sea for me for now. So yeah, here we go, enjoy. Have you enjoyed it? Good, let's go on. Why not round off with a bit of Soviet style industrial dereliction. Don't think anyone's processed any processing in there for a long time. Still no idea what it would have done. Water separating tanks, I guess. Stuff settles to the bottom, stuff peels off the top. I can see a sort of glimmery reflection on the central spire there, which means there's probably water in them. Just see it sort of shimmering. So they're actually full of water, they're probably just rainwater. Don't know, I'm not sure. Some sort of things float, other things sink type process. It's not a sewage works though, like it looks like from Google Maps. Too big. See, they've got gleaming white ones over there. I think that probably is still in use. Still working on those. And again, no idea what they actually do. Keep moving. Yeah, it looks busy. Well, there's people working, noises. Milling and drying centre. Still not really any the wiser. Station should be somewhere up ahead. That's the railway through there. You hear the trains whoosh past every now and then. Yeah, good. Join the road now. More trudging. So, here we are. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And this unremarkable looking side path here is, yeah. This is as far as I go. Certainly this week anyway. Take a good shot so I know where to come back to next time. Next time I shall be here in May. So that's not bad, 2 o'clock. I was aiming for 5. I still get to the station, which is up there and left a bit, and then across. So I'll carry on doing that. But here ended the coast path for the week anyway. So see you again in May. Coast path. Get Lakeorns. I might try to get killed stepping out into traffic. Oh look. Only 16 miles to Liskeard. Go there. Aha. There it is. Journey's end, mission complete. And about 5 minutes past 2. Good. Plenty of time to get the train of my choosing. Hopefully they've got a little shop. Get some supplies before I strike off. So, there we are, Parr railway station on the main Penzance to London Paddington, well, Exeter St David's line. It's about 10 past 2, which is pretty good considering I was aiming for 5 PM. Had a look at the departures board, 14:25 to Plymouth, although that just stops there I think. That has to just change somewhere else, change to a different one anyway. Or if I wait until 6 minutes past 3, I can get on one that goes always London Paddington, which suits my needs. I wouldn't even have to change at Exeter, change at Reading instead, and then up my way home. And that might put me back in my hometown early enough to still find a bus, because I still live 3 miles away from the station even when I get home, so I'll use a taxi otherwise. I think I've earned it. So, baggage collapsing. Yeah, it is a dinky little station with no shop, so I still got bottles of water which I filled up at Charlestown. So, summing up then. Well, it's not to film into the sun. Good week, I enjoyed it. Boots are a problem. I shall definitely need new boots, possibly new socks. Different socks, those blue and medium weight ones I think were where the blister trouble started, although the boots went quite quickly afterwards. It's, yeah, so Lizard to Parr, week 5. I wouldn't say it was the most of anything. It wasn't the most rugged or the most flat or the most tranquil or the most majestic, but I'd say it was a really good representative version of all of them, to be honest. It's like second best of everything, and it's a really interesting, nice place. I mean, I'd not really explored it much before. Roseland Coast and Lizard Peninsula. All of the exploration of Cornwall I've ever done in the past, holidays and stuff, have been on the north coast. So not super studded with well-known places, but lots of interesting little hidey holes all the same. Very much an unspoilt bit of Cornwall, I think. Not much in the way of vast crawling seaside towns or anything. Even Falmouth was, fairly routine, the sort of place people who live there get on with their lives in. And here we are at Parr. So I'm going to totally whiff out an entire train carriage, and I will see you all again in May, probably, unless I come up with some harebrained winter hiking project in the meantime. So thanks for watching, thanks for, I don't know, doing the little plus buttons and things on YouTube or whatever you do. You don't have to, I don't care, it's alright, I don't even read the comments much, to be honest. Yeah, and I look forward to rambling at you again in May. So with that, see you next time. Bye bye. Wow.